Welcome! E aí, galera, beleza? Bem-vindo à nossa comunidade.
Welcome to our community.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It is OGC here. Welcome to today's video. Today's video, we are going to be taking a look at Clash of Fate PvP replays from yesterday when Blood Moon won 3 out of 3 group stages. We are moving on to elimination. So before we fully dive into this, I have 2 big announcements. Number 1, I have a brand new community challenge, which I'm going to tell you guys right now. And number 2, big news about Toby, because we are not going to see any fights from the hashtag Toby Nation today, but they will be here, just not today. So community challenge to you guys. My challenge to you guys is to find a random person in your server, somebody you've never talked to before. I don't care if they're in your house, in the enemy's house, wherever they are. I want you to find a random person in your server. I want you guys to send them a message and tell them, hey, I hope you're having a great day. You are an awesome person. That's all. That's the community challenge. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys do that. Please do it. Let's send some positivity all around. Also, when it comes to hashtag Toby Nation, there are no PvP replays today of Toby. There are none. Instead, we're doing a full-on interview with him. It's actually like a half-hour-long interview. We really go over his new dragon. I expect this to be a huge video. It's coming out tomorrow. So we will see the PvP replays from Toby along with many more and really be able to dive into Toby's mind about a ton of different things. So I look forward to bringing you guys more interviews as well. I know Chip and Super Bob are both on the schedule along with others. Anyways, let's jump right in. First fight is with Super Bob. He's going up against a human player. They look like they're about equal overall. Super Bob is going with a really strong Dragonic Topaz hero killing. He's going up against a damage Onyx. And when we look at the stats, it looks like Super Bob lost in every single stat. So let's watch this fight. We have a lot of fights to get through today, so we're going to try and get through all of them. And it looks like the enemy starts off with the Cleo's Hole going up against Super Bob. Super Bob targets the enemy's Onyx Dragon, which is probably a very smart and safe thing to do. And right from the get-go, Super Bob's Dragon is able to just take down key heroes like the enemy's Jax, and it looks like Fenris as well. And Super Bob's able to just power right on through. Doesn't matter that he lost all the stats. His dragon is just so strong with both max out affliction and destruction. He powered right through this one. So good fight to both Super Bob and 3 Symbols. For the next fight, we have Super Bob. He is going up against Bun. Bun is going with a Topaz Dragon as well, so a hero killing Topaz Dragon. This guy is using so many mechs. He's got 6 packs of mechs, 2 packs of tanks. The tanks are not awakened. These are actually really strong mechs, so this guy is no joke. It looks like Super Bob barely won in stamina and got most of the command. So let's jump into this battle and see how Super Bob did this. Super Bob's going with 3 packs of archers. You can see right at the beginning, those lightning rods just coming down, doing a ton of damage. Enemy does immediately a leap onto Super Bob's Topaz Dragon with Rufio and was utterly destroyed. Super Bob poked a big hole right in the middle and is able to swing all around. He did that within like the first 10-15 seconds of the battle. It pretty much is all over from here on out for Bun. I think Bun overcommitted with the Rufio going for the dragon. He would have been way better just targeting the dragon yeah, I don't know. Personally, I don't want to have to fight Super Bob. So Bun did a fantastic job going up against Super Bob. Good job, Super Bob. We will have an interview with Super Bob coming up sometime soon. Next, we have hashtag Tiamat. Tiamat Nation is a strong nation. He is going with a damage Onyx with some pretty good Dragonic. He doesn't have Affliction quite maxed out on it. He's going up against another Onyx damage. This guy is playing Sylph, so he's got the standard three mana worms. He's only got 1 pack of Huntresses, so I'm expecting one side to be overloaded with a bunch of heroes. And Tiamat is going with 3 packs of archers now. So let's jump in and check out the stats. It looks like Tiamat barely won stamina, so he got about a 12.5% HP boost. He definitely won in command, but he lost in might and magic. You can see Tiamat's Dragon did insane amount of damage, guys. Insane amount. Over 50 million damage. His Bazarek is up there as well. So let's jump in and check this fight out. It's actually pretty amazing to see the Onyx Dragon do so good going up against Sylph. You can get some crazy damage with the Voids. going up against like humans or Rockins or other like cluster type of groups, but going up against trees, his Onyx is still able to pump out some serious damage. So he does have pretty high affliction points, so he is able to get a lot of spam out with the skills. It looks like the enemy is actually breaking through that top section, so the enemy definitely broke through on that top section. Can Tiamat hold on and swing back up? So Tiamat still has his Bazrik up. That's huge. Having your Bazrik up while the enemy doesn't have theirs, that's everything right there. So he just pumped out Bazrik a couple times. Enemies Fenris in the direwolf form came over, but he dropped. The dragon is just too strong. The trees can't do much against him by themselves. Both dragons now going off. We got samurais moving on to the enemy's dragon. The enemy's dragon's fully encircled. This is absolutely nuts. There's like 4 or 5 trees surrounding Tiamat's dragon, and Tiamat's dragon's just going ham. The enemy 2-symbol person even has their Mako just standing in the back, peppering in shots. Bazrik is doing major work. This is absolutely epic. So Tiamat's dragon is legit just carrying him all the way through this. This is an unbelievable fight. Amazing job, Tiamat. Really, really cool stuff. And now, okay, so Bazrik one-shotted the enemy's Mako. The enemy has no more DPS. He's just got a couple trees up. These trees will fall. It's a matter of time. So, in the comment section below, if you are part of the hashtag Tiamat Nation, please let us know down there. This was an epic win, complete 100% carried through the dragon and Bazrik. Those two things they are everything. So great fight to 2-symbol person. Tiamat, amazing job, man. Next we have Ivan, and Ivan is going up against Sword. So it looks like Sword is using a green dragon with maxed out protection, and he does have Call of the Wild and Bless Humanoid. Ivan has protection, and it looks like a very similar dragon, but Ivan has hero pred. So let's check out the different stats. It looks like Ivan, his Bazrik went ham. The enemy won in might. Ivan won in everything else. So it looks like Ivan was able to keep his Bazrik alive, and I'm sure that Bazrik played a big role in the reason why Ivan was able to win. So Ivan is on the right-hand side. His Bazrik is directly in the middle, so keep an eye on that. Both sides have Call of the Wild come out, so there's a lot of protection for the enemy range troops. I didn't see if Ivan had the aerial blast to stun up everything, but his dragon's going pretty ham. Early resurrection coming out from Ivan, and now he's starting to get a major push in that middle area. He's got the target down on the enemy dragon. Black holes come out from both sides from the Ring of Ragnar, and it looks like the Emerald Dragon dropped. We have the first bat splits coming out from Ivan's Bazrik, and that just annihilated so much of the DPS from the enemy. We should have the second one coming out and just absolutely shreds it. So on this bottom side is pretty much standstill. There is a beefy Belrog down there from Ivan who can hold that bottom side because there's not much DPS down there from Sword. On this top side, Ivan still has his dragon up, who's doing a bunch of damage. He moves his Rufio over on top of the enemy's Mako. Pretty even fight up there. On the bottom side, Ivan's eventually overwhelming Sword, and he is going to be able to walk away with the victory here. So great fight, Ivan. Good fight, Sword. Next, let's switch up a little bit. Let's get some dwarf on dwarf action. So this is Mark going up against Bun. Bun we saw earlier with the hero killing Topaz Dragon. This one is a super high protection. Okay, he does have the Noble Blood and War Song from Mark. So Mark is just going with 7 packs of mechs. The enemy has 6 packs of mechs, snipers, and tanks. So let's see how this one plays out. We got some lightning rods coming down. Those definitely hurt anything that they touch. So scary at the start of the battle. Doesn't look like they were successful in taking out any heroes too much. Mark was able to jump in his Rufio pretty much towards the back line, getting onto the enemy Topaz. The Azul in the bottom area is completely fine. Both Ring of Ragnar's come out. There's black holes going down. The Ophidius from Bun is super low, and Mark did lose his Rufio. Bat splits from both sides, so both people had the bat splits ups. Mark dropped bat splits directly on top of Bun's Topaz Dragons. Now we have the overload from Bun. Snakes are pumping out. So Mark still has his Ophidius up, which is pretty huge when it comes to this, because there's just 2 giant walls of mechs. Okay, the Topaz Dragon from Bun it has gone down. So right now, I think Mark has a huge advantage. He has his dragon still up, so he's getting Noble Blood advantage and War Song, I believe, if I remember correctly, along with having the Ophidius snakes. Though that combination is going to make his mechs that much stronger, more tanky, and Ophidius shreds mechs given enough time. However, Bun did duplicate on top of a bunch of snipers. I don't think it's enough damage to do much because the snakes are hitting the snipers. Snipers are now dropping down because they have mechs on top of them. And towards this top side, Mark keeps dropping more snakes trying to take out the enemy Jax. Jax is going down. He's at like one sliver of health. He is now down. And now it is Mark. Mark owns this battle. He is just doing some cleanup work, and his cleanup work is absolutely fantastic. So great job to Bun. Bun, you did a fantastic job challenging and fighting everybody. And Mark, you did a fantastic job just coming out and showing that Dwarf is so strong. Next, we have Mark going up against the two symbol person. Two symbol person is going with the Onyx, and it looks like so this Onyx does not have the Eternal Void. So that's a really good thing for Mark, that he doesn't have to go up against Eternal Void from the Onyx. He definitely has a ton in protection on his Azul Dragon. His Azul Dragon is just going to make all of his mechs just so tanky. We got a Rufio jumping in on this bottom section. I missed the Leo's Pride proc. Maybe we can see one in second and clear out all of the archers down there. All right, we got the Leo's Pride proc. Not quite as huge as I thought it was going to be. However, the mechs are just holding on. The top side is starting to get a little bit low, but Mark does have what's that hero's name? The one with the he's got the Belrog. That's what it is. Jeez, I'm getting tongue-tied. He's got the Belrog and the dragon in the top side, so even if his mechs fall, there's going to be a massive sun coming out. The Onyx Dragon from Two Symbol Person did drop. Mechs are starting to move up from the bottom. It is all over for Two Symbol Person. He cannot come back with mechs back on his archers. So great fight to Mark, great fight to Two Symbol Person. Both of you guys are fantastic people overall. And it is not Clash of Fate without seeing some stuff from Chan. So Chan is going with a very strong, extremely strong Onyx Dragon going up against Two Symbol Dwarf. So let's see how Chan deals with this. She also has a turtle. More about turtles tomorrow with Toby's interview. It looks like Chan is able to tank the front line of the mechs with her swords pretty well. She does have External Void on her dragon. As you can tell from the mini black holes popping out, that offers so much CC versus the mechs. She burst through that top section. The turtle really helped give her a big enough speed up where she's able to just make it right on through that top area. Fantastic job. And so far, so good. Now she just needs to swing down and take out that bottom section. I do believe she'll be able to. It might just take some time to finish blasting through all of those mechs. But nonetheless, Chan with the win going up against Dwarf. Great job, Chan. So this is Chan going up against another human. The human is going with a destruction. Onyx, and this one does have both avoids, no last predation. Chan was able to win in Might and Magic. Her Ophidius went ham, her Dragon went ham. The enemy's Badrick did a decent amount, but let's see how Chan played this one. So the enemy has their weak side. So this is both sides have their power sides going up against the enemy's Sol side, but Chan was just able to target the enemy's dragon so fast that the enemy's Onyx Dragon dropped. And pretty much at this point in time, with Chan's Onyx Dragon at full health, no targeting on it's all over. If somebody loses their dragon way too fast and the other person has it protected, even if they're relatively even in power, it's all over. So now we have Chan going up against Two Symbol Self Person. Decently strong trees. Let's check out the stats real quick. Both are running with the damage Onyxes. Enemy's dragon went off, so let's keep an eye on the enemy dragon here. This is the guy that we saw Team Matt go up against with Rockin', and his dragon carried. Chan's dragon is placed in a similar location, but Chan's different than Team Matt, where she's overloading this top side where the enemy's dragon and all of the enemy's main heroes are. The bottom side is all just Sol with trees. That's why the enemy's Onyx Dragon was able to do so much damage, because there were so many squishy targets just swarming it up there. So although their dragon did a ton of damage, it's dead 35 seconds into the battle. Chen now does the spray and pray, able to take out the Jax, and the enemy pops off the Mana Worms, just trying to do something. But doing something, it doesn't matter when you go up against an opponent like Chen. She is just too strong in every possible way. So good fight to both 2 Symbol Person and Chen. And for the last fight from Chen, she's going up against 3, 6, 7 Symbol Person, who is using an Azul Dragon with Destruction. So let's take a quick peek at this dragon. All right, this dragon is not bad. It does have the Blessed Magic Predation, which isn't going to help them too much, but it will help take out Chan's dragon, which they weren't able to do. When it comes to the dragons, both dragons put out an insane amount of damage, but Bazrik from Chen, along with her Zen archers, just annihilated. So let's jump in. Chan's on the right hand side in this fight, so gotta keep an eye on her Bazrik. She has a really good strong side on that bottom. The enemy is not using a turtle. In this situation, if the enemy can't stall out long enough on this bottom side, it's all over. And it looks like the enemy is starting to drop down. They do a resurrection from Virion. The top side, Chan's dragon is putting out a bunch of damage. Her Jax pretty much cleared out all of the archers in that very bottom lane. Both Ring of Ragnar's come out. Denji from Chen is pushing the enemy back so much. It is absolutely massive. It is huge. And Jax finally broke through on the bottom section. We have Bazir coming out, and I believe that took down the dragon from the enemy, and that is probably why Chen had such a high damage on her dragon. Great fights, Chen, and 7 Symbol Person. You guys are awesome. Lastly, we have Mr. Chip. So Mr. Chip is coming out. He lost a ton of archers in this, but he has an unbelievably good dragon. He's going up against the 2 Symbol Sylph Person. He lost in might and magic, but he won drastically in stamina and command. So let's jump into this. So the enemy on the top side has their power side. Chip is running with no turtles. He's got 3 packs of archers instead. So the enemy's dragon actually got in pretty deep onto Chip, which is able to affect Chip's backline. But he's able to drop the enemy's dragon really fast. Enemy Rufio jumped in trying to do some Leo Pride proc. It was not effective. He was able to take out the Rufio pretty fast. However, he's now swinging around and making it to the backline on the enemy's power side. Enemy's Sol side, I mean, it's all over for them at this point because they lost all their DPS. Trying to fight back with just a couple trees and Mana Worms, you're not going to have much success when you're going up against Mr. Chip with that. You got to bring more to the table. 2 Symbol Person, you are a fantastic person. I give you credit for trying to fight Mr. Chip, but Mr. Chip, he's too strong. Next, we have Mr. Chip going up against a Dwarf player. Dwarf player used 5 packs of mechs, no dragon, and a ton of snipers. And it looks like Chip had a perfect flawless. So, all right, let's jump in. This is how come having your dragon is so crucial. It's so crucial, guys. Protecting that dragon, using Elena's retreat to pull that dragon back in Clash of Fate, that is everything. So let's check this out. A perfect flawless from Chip. He had some really nice black holes that just absolutely annihilated the snipers from the Dwarf player. Dwarf player just lost their Jax. I mean, I don't know what to say. I think that these people are in different leagues. Like the 3 Symbol Dwarf player is probably in a league that's compatible with me. The guy would probably kick my butt. But trying to take on Chip, I mean, Chip is just, he's in his own league. He's in the league with Toby and Kurd. So great fight to both of you guys. Give you guys a lot of credit. And for the last fight of the day, we have Bun going up against Mr. Chip. So Bun, in case you forgot, has the damage dealing Topaz and Chip flawless Buns. Oh my god. Chip is just insane. So Chip was able to win both Might and Stamina, barely lost in Magic, and definitely lost in Command. It doesn't matter. Chip's Bazrik, Archers, and Dragon went ham. Enemy's Dragon did a fantastic job too, but he was not able to kill even a single hero with the Topaz Dragon. The Topaz has to kill. So I'm looking at Mako for Mr. Chip. Mako is usually one that goes down right away, and it just wasn't able to. So the enemy jumps in with a Rufio. It was a really ballsy move to jump in with the Rufio, but I think that it's better off to target, kind of like what Chip just did to the Topaz Dragon, than jump in with the Lone Rufio. So, Mr. Chip, fantastic job, unbelievably skilled player. We will have an interview coming up with Chip at some point in time in the future. Tomorrow, we have an interview with Mr. Toby, hashtag Toby Nation fans. Get ready, it's a pretty extensive interview. Grab some popcorn, it's going to be fantastic. As always, in the comment section below, please type out your favorite nation, like hashtag Chip Nation. And please like, share, subscribe, refer back to the community challenge if you guys want to make some new friends in the game. And until tomorrow, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care.